everyone, welcome to my channel. I've got the bad boys on the table, mystical medley. Some people call them the squirrels, and I'm just going to get some new energies on them because during the week there's been so much rubbish that's been sent out that people are reporting that the gingerhead one, Harry, was actually hospitalised. They were worried about it. Then there was a report that King Charles has to make sure that he doesn't speak to his son, and that was from radar, because things would get repeated. Then there was another one that came out that Harry's extended an olive branch for Invictus in like 2 years' time. So, okay, no worries. Then it came back about, and I think NT has got a baby reindeer, but all he does is cut and paste NT's things anyway, so I'll put it up there. And it did come through on Monday saying, don't believe all the hype. But because I think it's a parody site, I don't think it's anti-site. It could be anti-site, I don't know. But at the end of the day, it's like, I did actually, and people have commented, and I did actually remember someone saying something at the beginning of the year that he was at a party and he took something he shouldn't have taken, or he had too much or something, and he passed out, and the loyal bodyguard that you see with him all the time, can't remember his name, he ended up, removing him basically from the party. And I do believe that she wasn't there, but Darkest was, and they had to make an apology to the movie producer, or the actual producer at the time. I think they would have been embarrassed, kind of thing. Now, that was either on Reddit or it was Lady C or whatever, but it was at the beginning of the year. So it's like, yeah, that's fine. However, if surprise, surprise, it wasn't this week, or whoever released it, it wasn't this week, because he popped up yesterday at the time of reading. Actually, it was only a couple of hours ago, because we are ahead in Australia at Nexus, and paid to play and started talking. Now, the reason why I'm doing this reading is not only just because of all the BS about hospitalisation. I do believe he needs help. Looking at that picture from Nexus, listening to him, because it actually came over the internet, listening to him fumble his words, he needs help. He absolutely needs help. So yeah, let's just see what the cards have to say. I want to know if we're doing a cover-up, where we're going, fully aware of what Thomas Markle has said, and yeah, let's just find out. Thomas Markle Jr, that is. All right. Okay, so you've got Judgment, and then you've got Tower. Well, there you have it. Four of Cups, Nine of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, he's got massive anxiety. Massive anxiety. This actually could also confirm hospital as well. So it's not to say that he's just been there, despite the fact he probably had to travel if he wasn't living in New York City anyway. I mean, who knows? Who knows where he's living, right? Who cares? But the Nine of Swords can absolutely, definitely mean hospital because of anxiety. Absolutely. Definitely. Not sleeping. Some sort of mental anguish that's happening. Wheel of Fortune. But you've also got the Tower, someone being extremely stubborn and not looking, and just maybe because of something that did happen. Not talking about what happened this week, but the reports that come through this week, but something that did happen recently, maybe a couple of months ago or whatever, they did actually, or he did think, okay, maybe I've got a second chance here. Maybe this is, I've got to do something. And he conceded to whoever was telling him to go, where before he wasn't listening. I do believe that it's probably more like rehab, if the truth's known. I do believe that. I believe that absolutely, because you've got a change here, and some sort of change to get out from under the wheel and try and make things a little bit better. The Nine of Wands reverse, the Two of Wands upright, and the Magician reverse. Well, oh, sorry. I've got a really bad cough after the virus, so yeah, forgive me for the interruptions. Okay, so the Magician reverse. So these your master manipulators. So there's someone playing with him. Okay, toying with him. I'm pretty sure we can probably guess who it is. I'll pull some more cards to get some definite answers, but someone is actually absolutely manipulating what he's thinking, why he's feeling the way he is. Absolutely. He actually had a choice as well. He absolutely had a choice to make some sort of deal just recently, and it looks like that he may have, like I said, stopped being stubborn about it and may have actually acted on it for a change. Maybe, having a reality check. He's 40 now. He can't keep doing what he's been doing. I mean, he's been doing this well and truly long before he met her, right? Lots of people can do it for most of their age, sure. And I do mean, abuser health kind of thing. But it catches up. It absolutely catches up. And I think this is what's happening with him at the moment. I really do think he's had a reality check with judgment come through, but and he's had a tarot moment. So with that, as well as the Nine of Swords on the top one, I believe that something has happened. I don't believe that it just happened, but I do believe that something has happened. Absolutely. And I think he may have got a little bit close, not this week because he obviously was traveling somewhere, and he may have sort of like decided to do something. However, looking at him at this Nexus thing, which was only yesterday, well, we used to say you're pinging off the walls, right? Yeah. Allegedly. All right. And that was a pay to play anyway. So this is all the money side of things. You do have the Nine of Wands again. This is defeated. This is you're not winning anything. You can look back to your future. Look back into your future. Look back in the past and look to your future. And either way, you can't see any light at any tunnel, basically. And sadly, this is what's happening. He's looking into his future and he can see, well, there's some sort of deal. I've got to make some sort of choice here. I had the world in my hands. Maybe I could have it all again. Hardcore there, hardcore. The Moon, and you've also got, I was going to say Nine of Moons. Oh, that's weird. And the Ace of Pentacles reverse, and the Queen, oh, good Lord, Queen of Pentacles reverse, and the Five of Wands. So the person that, okay, well, I've got to call it how it is. The person that actually is well and truly aware of the situation is Doria. Absolutely, her cards just come through. All the lies and the deceptions and the illusions and or the disillusions, even, delulu. Forgive me, sorry, but allegedly it's Doria, absolutely. So I think Thomas Markle was onto something there. This is also the Ace of Pentacles as well coming through. It also shows that or let's put it this way, he's lost a lot. He's lost a lot of money, a really, really lot of money. And there is lots of fights in-house as well, lots of chaos and bedlam and fighting and arguments and squabbles and everything like that. And that's actually washing through. But yeah, Doria is a major player here. All the cards and everything, past and present and future, is actually all leading to Doria, which is your anchor here. You've got the Five of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles here, Five of Wands carrying forward, Seven of Cups, the Eight of Swords, the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is reversed, and the Six of Wands. So it's all absolute BS. You've also got smoke screens, illusions, gaslighting, mind games even, to playing the victim. And this is exactly what I thought it was. He's playing the victim, allegedly, entertainment purposes only. It's absolute BS, despite the fact of the condition that we saw him in just recently. He is absolutely playing the victim here. Absolutely. Some people do this. They think, well, if I just have, one pill too many, poor me, if you know what I mean. Like, poor me. Look at me, I'm not doing too well now. I need to be rushed somewhere. I need my stomach pumped, allegedly, entertainment purposes only. Poor me. I have a feeling this is exactly what's actually going to happen. And or has happened. Probably both. Normally when this happens, they continue to do this, unless they want to help themselves. They do at some point see that there's, you've got to do something, otherwise you might end up somewhere else, in that coffin kind of thing. They do realise that, but something, I don't want to push it. The card's not there at the moment, but would you believe it's all for money? It's all for money. Working hard at it. All for money. So I think what's happened, because there's some sort of event and celebration here, I think what's happening here is that it's all a pay to play. It's all an event thing. In between his very few pay to play, lectures that he's known to be on. I think he's already got one booked in New York City again in September. He's just finished one. He didn't go to Travalyst in London. I don't think that mattered. I don't think he'll probably go to London anytime soon, to be perfectly honest, not now. I know I wouldn't. If I was him, Page of Cups, Five of Cups, Three of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, and the Hangman. Okay, so it was a nasty message gone through. It was a surprise message that they decided they were going to drop, leak, whatever. I think a lot of people played into their hands. I'm not saying that it's not true, but it's not true just recently. It absolutely has been true, and it probably will be true again. Looking at the Five of Cups here, absolutely. Absolutely, because he's living in the past. He can't get over what's happened. He keeps looking back. He can't go forward. He's got to put on his big girl knickers, and he's got to pick up a couple of things that, are still standing, a couple of things that he's got with him, and, carry on kind of thing. But it doesn't look like that he's able to do this. She's not helping at all. This is a Nine of Pentacles reverse. This is a person that acts single. I think they are very much separated. She comes through way too many times. I mean, for 78 cards, 79 in this deck, this Nine of Pentacles comes through way too much. Way too much. There's lots and lots of cards that you don't see. Lots and lots of cards, but there's certain cards that you see all the time, and it's not from the want of not shuffling or anything like that, smudging, throwing them up in the air, leaving them on the ground, whatever. It's not from the want of doing that. It's just unbelievable the amount of times that certain cards come through when reading about the gruesome twosome. She is acting like she's separated, whether they are officially or not, whether he's living in New York City, whether, he's living in the guest house in Melodrama Cedar or whatever. It does appear that he has made at least one trip to hospital since they've known him. Absolutely. Yes, it does appear that it's the case, but we're talking over a long period of time here. Mind you, that's one, maybe two trips too many, right? not just recently, but there's some sort of plan in action. It looks like that she's working on this plan. She's happy that he's wallowing in his own grief here. She's very, very happy that he's doing that. The only problem is that when you got the hangman here, it looks like that if you when push comes to shove, it could be a sacrifice, literally, because this is not a good card. This is a card that, well, it's an unaliving card, okay? Especially in the kind of reading that we're talking about. So I think this may be her plan, allegedly, and intent purposes only, and the fact that there's three there. I mean, we've already got Doria as the anchor, right? Allegedly, and intent purposes only. Yeah, that's the three, right? It's not looking good. I think she would love to be a widow. I think that is probably her end game, is to be a widow. I don't think, despite the fact I see them as separated, they are acting like they're separated and everything like that. I think her end game is probably to be a widow. So he does need help. He absolutely needs help. I don't think it'll be intentional. I don't expect any sort of crime or anything like that. I'm not saying anything like that. It's not showing. There are certain cards that can show that. It's not showing anything like that at all. But yeah. She may get her wish. She may get what she wants. Especially with this nasty surprise that's been leaked out. Seeing him yesterday, he's not well. He's not well. Mentally, he's not well. Allegedly, and intent purposes only. I'm no doctor. I'm no psychologist or anything like that. But he does not look well. Again, allegedly. Okay, so on that note, please let me know what you think in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you again soon. Bye.